This is truly an historic gathering.
Between nations, we must reconcile human activities.
A lot has happened since the climate summit in 1992, and we're already seeing more disasters around the world. Another thing that's changed since Rio in 1992 is that greenhouse gas concentrations have continued to rise, of course. Greenhouse gases are gases like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide that essentially trap radiation or delay the passage of radiation out from the Earth into space, and they warm the planet a little bit like a blanket. So the worst greenhouse gases that we worry about are carbon dioxide and methane. Carbon dioxide was about 350 parts per million in the atmosphere in 1992. And this year, we're likely to reach about 415 parts per million. So these are concentrations the Earth hasn't seen for millions of years.
Methane, unfortunately, even though it's a very trace constituent in the atmosphere, it actually, of course, packs a much stronger radiative punch. So methane has a lifetime of maybe a decade in the atmosphere. So from that perspective, yes, we should be looking at methane very, very closely, even though, of course, we can never leave reductions of carbon dioxide off the table.
The wheels of industry are turning. A cottage industry operated by Mr.
Well, the vast majority of carbon dioxide emissions today come from fossil fuel use. We burn oil to drive our cars, we burn coal and natural gas to make electricity and produce petrochemicals and goods. And agricultural activities also release carbon dioxide. So to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, the first thing we need to do is simply use fewer fossil fuels. On top of that, we need to promote energy efficiency. And after that, we can go to more sort of advanced or science fiction-like technologies, carbon capture and storage, or even pulling greenhouse gases from the atmosphere.
The solutions to climate change are all around us. They're at our fingertips. They are being deployed at scale around the world. It's just not fast enough. The electricity bills in kilowatt hours and pounds of CO2 up here, right? I've been on the job of reducing my carbon footprint since 2017 in earnest. Thinking about, things like composting, that's become a daily practice in my family. And of course, the biking has spread like wildfire. I played a small part. We need to find another gear in our individual lives, in our families, in our cities, in our states, at the national level, and yes, at the international negotiating table as well. The good news is we know exactly what needs to be done.